All right, guys, today is the day. Spider-Man Brand New Day releases tomorrow on July 31st. I will be going to see it tonight on the 30th. Be sure to check out my spoiler-free review this weekend. We got Jeff here with us again. We're going to go over kind of our predictions, what we're excited for, um, and go from there. Because I mean, it's big movie MCU wise. My favorite superhero is Spider-Man,
A
so
lot of people's
I
favorite
couldn't be more
superhero.
excited.
A lot of people's favorite superhero is Spider-Man. Um, I've always said if you're naming superheroes, you get three. You always get three, not in any certain order. Superman, Batman, Spider-Man. Always. The
That's fair.
kids love Spider-Man. He's a teenage kid. He's walking around in his underwear. He's web slinging along. He's making quirky little lines. Every now and then he wraps the Punisher in a web when Frank goes too crazy, and off we go. What I am excited for this movie is the Punisher is getting back in. We're
That
getting
is
more
that is
Frank. One Last Kill was mind blowing. It was. I'm a big. When you get into Marvel with me, I love Wolverine and I love the Punisher. So watching One Last Kill for me was like watching a Punisher comic book, which was great. Um, but getting him back in there, his quirky little things with Spider-Man, he takes his job too seriously. Go home, Frank. You know, stop killing everybody, Frank. All I need is Daredevil to pop in and a Daredevil Punisher fight with Spider-Man breaking it up at some point would be great. But no, it looks cool. It looks good. I've seen a few trailers myself. I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan, but I've seen a few trailers. I want to know why Hulk goes crazy.
so I have a couple. One main theory to that. But as for why he's my favorite, it was always the villains to me.
Yeah.
I always thought he had the coolest villains to
Oh,
fight.
he's got the best Marvel villains out there.
He has the best rogue gallery of villains out there, hands down, in my opinion.
And I always tell my kids, anything bad inside the MCU, inside of the Marvel whatever, comes out of Oscorp.
Generally, it does.
It comes out of Oscorp.
Generally, it does. Yep. So as for Hulk, so big thing is and Punisher. I do think Punisher is going to be a huge part of this movie. I think it's going to be a Spider-Man Punisher movie, not just a Spider-Man movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you're going to be. I think that's going to be good for you, Jeff, to really get you actually like dug into this.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because we're seeing more and more scenes with the two of them together.
We are.
So
We are.
I think he's going to rely on Frank to help him with Bruce and obviously with our big bad between the hand
Mm.
and who we're assuming is Jean Grey. As we said in our Comic
It
Con video, I'm hoping it's not Jean Grey because I would love for it a big surprise and for her to be somebody totally different that we're not expecting.
for all of you Marvel nerds, I really hope it is Jean Grey, because if it's not Jean Grey, you're all going to be very, very, very sad.
I mean, there are a lot of people that want it to be Jean Grey, and
It's
it
going to
makes
be Jean
sense,
Grey.
but it
It
is because
is.
we need some form of main X-Men pinpointed in the 818 universe or 816, whatever
You
number they're
need
using.
you need to set up the new X-Men team, and you
Correct.
need to do it with inside somebody else's movie, because apparently that's how we do things down in
No, it's
Orlando.
because you have to do it before all these incursions happen in Doomsday. That's the
Uh,
thought behind it in my
so
mind.
so is this wait a minute. So 818 is the main Marvel timeline
Is
we're
the
working
main
with.
MCU timeline correct?
Okay. So this Peter Parker takes place in the 818, and that's why we have Bruce Banner, the original
Correct.
Bruce Banner, and a mutant
Now I'm
snuck
probably
in.
wrong on the number, but either way,
I think it is
yes.
818. I think it is 818.
Uh, but that we got to have some form of mutant there. But I mean, yes, we have Kamala Khan, but we need to have someone from the X Men hard pinned in this universe for us to be able to grow the X Men in that universe. Now, if we had more time before Doomsday, you could do another movie, but we
But we
just don't
don't.
have that time
We
to
ain't
put
got it.
it. We don't got that time, so
We
we
don't
got to
got it.
do it here. Um,
What I do like what they did, I really didn't like all the MCU. Here's Shang-Chi movie. Here's another Black Panther movie with who's very important. Don't get me wrong. Here's a random Ant-Man movie popping up. Here's this. Here's that. Finally, we have our bridge inside the MCU. It took them, 4 phases and a whole lot of Marvel cash to throw over at who was it? Paramount that had Spider-Man.
No, Sony.
Sony.
But even now, it's
Sony.
still a deal. It's still
It is co.
It's still Sony and Disney.
But
Sony
Disney
has to
gives
make
them
money if we use.
Disney gives them a lot of money to use the
They
Spider-Man IP.
They do, yep, 100%. Because Sony's not dumb; they're never going to get rid of that IP.
No, God, no, you don't give up Spider-Man.
They will never.
No.
But they also realized we got to give this to somebody else because we don't know how to make a Spider-Man movie.
Easy there, bro. Amazing Spider-Man was great.
Okay, sorry. We need to do a Spider-Man trilogy, a good trilogy, because neither of them had every movie being.
No, they could. Tobey Maguire's first movie, I just went back and watched it. Campy, but great for the time. Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire, I love it because I love the way they did Dr. Octopus. He's my favorite.
That's my favorite Spider-Man with him.
He's my favorite Spider-Man villain. So it's just, was it Alfred Molina played Dr. Octopus? Fantastic job. The suit, the circular glasses, and everything. I love Andrew Garfield's my favorite Spider-Man. Love his first movie, hate his second movie.
And I think his second movie sucked more based on
the villains.
The not even the villains, just how it was written and the fact that we tried to do so many of them.
Yeah.
They tried to do what, like 3 or 4 in that movie, if I remember correctly?
I know we had Electro.
Scorpion showed up at one point, I thought.
Rhino shows up
at the end. Or Rhino, that's what it was.
Rhino shows up at the end, but he's not in a Rhino suit. He's just Paul Giamatti talking in a Russian accent. And then we had Harry showed up on the glider with no explanation.
Yeah, okay, so it's 3. But still, like,
it was too much.
It's tough. It's tough unless you've already built the Sinister Six. Then you could have him fighting multiple people.
Which is what they were building if you watch the end of the movie.
Yeah, no, they definitely were trying to get there. They definitely were trying to get there.
It crapped out, and Sony just doesn't have the cash, I guess, to do something like that. But I like how Disney is now using Spider-Man as the bridge movies and characters for the MCU.
And a lot of it is just in terms of your loving your comic book accuracy. Spider-Man works with everybody. Yeah. He really does.
Yeah, he can touch on
He's centrally located in New York, so he's already working with Daredevil, the Defenders, Frank Castle, all of them already.
Yep.
Doctor Strange, I'm sure, at many points.
Yeah.
So it is a good way to bridge things together because he works with everybody and everybody kind of knows him. Now, granted, that's where I think this movie is going to be interesting because no one knows who he is. No one knows anything about him. So, they know that Spider-Man exists, but they don't know
who he is.
Correct. And they've also made somebody had mentioned, I don't remember who it was in an interview. Peter is disappearing from photos as well.
Okay.
So, not only is the memory gone, but he's physically being removed from things. So pictures he would have had with groups of friends, he's not in anymore.
He's not there because he's not there.
Correct. So he's just basically vanishing from existence in everyone's mind, except for him and Strange, because obviously Strange casts a spell.
Yep.
So Strange is going to be the only one that knows. And I think he will at some point show up towards the end of the movie just as just to kind of say
he has to show up.
He does, yeah. Because I don't think we're gonna get him in Doomsday, so we need to get him before that, and that's how we get it all to tie into Doomsday. Because I don't think we're gonna get Spider-Man in Part 1 either.
I said in our Comic-Con video that came out earlier this week, I think Strange has to show up. Strange has to come in. I don't think it's going to be until the end of the movie, because he knows who Victor Von Doom is. He knows about every single universe in the multiverse, and you also need Doctor Strange to steal another line from Deadpool Wolverine. He's the anchor being inside the MCU.
Yes, yeah. At this point, yes, because we don't have Iron Man anymore.
We do not.
Or are they going to turn that anchor being into being why Doom looks like Tony Stark? Oh, well, you killed the anchor being of your universe, so now here I am.
So here I'm the opposite of Tony.
Correct.
But they
It could
refer to him. They refer to him as Victor. They do call him Victor.
Yeah, they do call him Victor in the Comic-Con trailer too. I'm pretty sure
they do. But I really think Spider-Man, he's not totally necessary for Doomsday.
He'll be needed for Secret Wars for sure.
He'll be needed for Secret Wars. Spider-Man has to be there. I think I'm not in love with it. Just to me, the MCU Spider-Man movies feel kind of choppy and kind of pasted together. There's no centralized grounding in it. He's just kind of Spider-Man, which is fine. You don't need a backstory for every single character, especially.
I mean, yeah, we all know he got bit by a spider. We've done that enough times. By a spider.
What upsets me about the MCU Spider-Man is there's no Uncle Ben. You need Uncle Ben, because without Uncle Ben's murder in the alley, you don't need to show it. I've said it 8 million times.
Yeah, you don't have to show it.
I don't need to see Uncle Ben get shot. I don't need to see Krypton explode. And I don't need to see the Waynes get murdered in an alleyway. I don't need to see
yeah, you're right.
I get it, right? But there's no mention of Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben's the reason he becomes Spider-Man.
So, I get your point. And I think Marvel has done this a lot in terms of trying to tweak some things to make it different so it's not completely predictable. Because if you do everything exactly as the comic book says, there's no surprises, there's no twists, there's no turns, there's no shocking moments.
But that's what us old-ass uber nerds want. I want to see what happens in X-Men 146 when Juggernaut fights Wolverine for the 8 millionth time. I remember this fight. I want to see, back to my DC thing, I want to hear the World of Cardboard speech by Superman to everybody. I want to hear it. I want to hear him say it. I want the World of Cardboard speech. I want Apocalypse in the X-Men movies to be Apocalypse. I kind of want those things, because without Uncle Ben, he's not grounded in sorrow and reality. Because if you look at Spider-Man to its core, Spider-Man's sad. That is a sad freaking story.
He's been sad. He's been sad in every movie.
That is
he really has.
Sad boy, man. I mean, his uncle gets murdered in an alleyway because of his recklessness. Okay, if Peter...
So, I did hear a theory they get to that, but...
If Peter wasn't reckless and ran away from home with his teenage angst, Uncle Ben wouldn't have gone to find him. And if Peter hadn't gone into that store, Uncle Ben wouldn't have run into the robber who kills him. Now Peter blames himself for Uncle Ben's death. He blames himself for Gwen Stacy's death. He blames himself for every bad thing. Aunt May gets kidnapped how many times? They all figure out that Peter's Spider-Man at some point. So Peter is grounded in just dark sorrow. It's sad, man.
She only got captured in No Way Home. I don't remember her getting kidnapped in any of the other ones.
I'm talking about in the books.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Peter, he's always dealing with death. And yes, he was really attached to Tony Stark in the movies. So Tony's death really, really kind of made him sad. And I get that. And I do love the part in Infinity War when he's the only one that feels the snap because of his Spidey sense. His tingling is telling him something's wrong here, Pete.
Yep.
That's why it hurts, Mr. Stark. That is terrible. But he's latched on to Tony. He's latched on to Happy. Now he's latching on to Frank, which is good. I like the fact that he's kind of going to Frank. Because he doesn't have... But he only becomes Spider-Man because he's now an angry teenage vigilante hunting down Uncle Ben's killer.
That's he grows out of that. He grows out of that eventually. But he makes, I want to say it was in Homecoming. There's a big line to where I think that's why they didn't show Ben, but they didn't use the exact, obviously, with great power comes great responsibility. They saved that for May and let May say that.
And Aunt May's not hot.
That's
But
fair. She's not
that's
supposed to be.
a whole nother 30-minute video.
But he basically says what you're explaining his feeling is by saying, when I can do what I can do, and I can't save the people that can't save themselves, it's my fault. He basically says, when I have the powers that I have and I can't save someone, it's my fault that they died.
He has the Superman
So
complex,
so he does have that mindset in the MCU, like, hey,
which is
if I
great.
can't save them, it's my fault. It's basically the same idea as what happens when Ben dies. He's like, oh my god, I failed because I have all these powers and I couldn't save them.
Correct.
So he
Correct.
still has that mindset
Which
to
is
where
what you need. But they don't
I
really
think
bring
we
that out a
can.
lot.
I think we could forgive not having
No.
Ben in the movies.
No.
Personally, that's
No.
just me.
No. Nope.
But
Not,
my big
at least mention
prediction,
Uncle Ben. At least mention Uncle Ben. Or have a
and
picture of Uncle
maybe
Ben.
we will.
We
That's
don't need to
fair.
go, like I said, we don't need to watch him get murdered in the alleyway anymore. Just
But how do we
mention him.
know?
Mention him at least once. Just mention him at least
Maybe
once.
Aunt May is a single aunt. Maybe that was the problem.
I don't know. Happy was having some fun with Aunt May. So
He was happy. He was having a good time with her.
good for him. Anyway.
So back to your Hulk point that I never got to.
Mm-hmm.
I think the reason Hulk can't control the Gamma is going to be because of Jean Grey.
Okay.
She is going to basically take control of Hulk and Spider-Man. That's what I think is basically the problem with those two characters.
Okay.
Now, because obviously you get the black eyeball in the earlier trailers. I do think at least one or more of the Defenders will show up.
Yeah.
I think we'll get at least Daredevil and probably Jessica Jones.
I saw, I don't know if they were AI or they were fake or they were from old, MCU stuff back on Netflix, but I did see a shot of a woman in a trench coat with long black hair, which I'm assuming was Jessica Jones.
Probably. That also could have been a shot from Daredevil, because if I remember correctly, she was in the latest Daredevil season.
She was, and it was pretty good.
I do also think seeing that scene with Scorpion when he looks at him and says, "You think I'm Scorpion?" I think he's also being manipulated by her character.
Oh, Jean?
No, yeah, for Jean or whoever,
you think
whether
Jean's
it's
inside Scorpion's head,
because you can see her consciousness moving from person to person in the earlier trailers.
Okay, interesting.
So I think at the point when he's fighting Spider-Man in that trailer, I think she's controlling him there. I think she's going to be controlling Hulk when he's fighting Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
You also see...
Oh, she is Hulk. She's definitely Hulk.
She's definitely controlling Hulk. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
She's got her arms, and all of a sudden Hulk pops up and turns around, and there he is.
So that's Bruce. That's where I'm curious to see how it works on Frank, because it looks like Frank is immune to it, but I don't know how. But he's also immune to fucking everything.
Because you can't. Because he's a pissed off Italian from New York who's a former special ops military hard ass. You can't tell Frank Castle what to do. You can't do that. But it's Jean Grey. She's a level 5.
Correct.
She's the mutant. She's more powerful than Xavier, for God's sakes.
And I think by the end of the movie, the Hand are going to be going after Sadie Sink's character, and Frank, Bruce, and Peter are going to be the ones that have to protect her. That's how I think it's going to all end up at the end of the day.
Okay.
We're going to get Sadie Sink, Spider-Man, Frank, whoever else. They're all going to be fighting the Hand, even though the Hand are supposed to be fucking gone from Daredevil, but that's besides the point.
The Hand never goes away.
Yeah, the Hand never goes away, really.
They never go away. They're always there.
So I think that's going to be really... That scene that we see Spider-Man jumping up at the Hand, I'm sure we're going to get at least 2 characters in that scene as well that aren't in the trailer.
Yeah.
Just like we got with No Way Home.
Yeah.
And then somebody who saw the Brazil trailer and was like, hey, Lizard's getting kicked in the face, but there's nobody there. So that's when we all knew the other Spider-Men have to be there.
Yeah.
But we didn't get that this time.
I didn't see that. So Lizard... The Kurt Connors Lizards in this? So
no, I'm talking about a No Way Home trailer.
No Way Home. Okay, yeah.
So
Okay.
if you watch the No Way Home trailer from before that came out,
Okay.
there's a scene where they've got Electro, Lizard, Sandman, and then you just see the one Tom Holland Spider-Man. But
Yes.
there's all this open space.
Yes.
As the trailer plays, at the end of it, you can see Lizard's face like move to the side like he just got kicked in the head, but there's no one there.
Yep. Okay.
So that's when everybody freaked out. We're like, oh, we're going to get all 3 Spider-Men in No Way Home.
I think we're gonna get the Spider-Man in this one too.
That would be awesome. I'm
I
not going to lie.
think I know Andrew Garfield said after No Way Home, I am all down for doing
He
whatever
also
Disney
has
wants
been
me to
telling
do.
everyone he's not in this movie. So
Exactly.
that could also be
Which
like, yeah,
means
I'm
that
not in this
Andrew
movie.
Garfield is in this
Is
movie.
in the movie.
He's in this movie because I'm assuming that Jean gets sucked through a timeline rift. She's not from the 818. She's from a different timeline.
Okay.
I'm assuming she got sucked through. She doesn't know what the hell's going on. For some reason, she wants to attack Spider-Man or get Spider-Man's attention at least. Unless she thinks he's a mutant. Just like
That's
her.
true. Yeah.
And I really, if we're still sucking people through the timeline before Secret Wars ends the multiverse completely, I do expect Andrew Garfield to pop up and do something. And if he's walking around, because he walked around last time saying, with No Way Home, no, I'm not in the movie. No, I'm not in the movie.
That's true.
There he was in the movie. So I'm assuming he's going to be in this movie. And I
Yeah,
know,
okay.
I know that I read after, and I liked No Way Home. I saw it in theaters with the kids.
Yeah.
I know him and Disney were talking a bit, and I know he at least wanted one more Spider-Man run, whether it's with Sony or he gets put in another MCU movie or whatever. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Andrew Garfield pop back up.
That would be awesome.
I'm okay with that.
I cannot wait. It's only, as of recording this, 2 days away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only 2 sleeps away, Jeff. I can't wait.
Awesome.
It's gonna be a good time. Keep an eye out for, as I said, the spoiler-free review this weekend. We'll be back next week doing some more
stuff,
breakdowns, trailers. We'll figure out what we're gonna watch. If you got something for us to watch, let us know as well.
The stuff we do.
Whatever
it is we do.
Heck, I may even do a Mario review. I haven't done that one yet. I saw that movie last week.
I'll talk Mario with you. I like
All right,
Mario
maybe
movies.
we'll do that next week then. We can do Mario next week. I got to watch a couple other things this coming week as well, because I'm still trying to catch up to all the current stuff. Are you a Star Wars guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
I'm going to watch. Maul is probably going to be the first TV show that I watch. So we'll have to be talking that soon, because I know we're getting a season 2 of that.
All right.
You don't have to. I'm going to be watching it, because that's my favorite Star Wars character. So
Maul's cool. I like Maul. I'm currently sucked into King of the Hill on Hulu.
Oh, I heard the remake was good.
Yes, I'm on season, what I call it 15. I call it season 2 of the remake.
Yeah, of the new one. Okay.
I love Bobby. Bobby's just the best in this, because
excellent. I'll have to catch up on that. That's on Hulu, right?
That's on Hulu. He cooks Japanese German fusion food.
Oh, amazing. Amazing.
So it's good. But no, I'll jump in and watch Maul so we can talk about that, because there's more Star Wars stuff coming.
Yeah, there's more everything coming. This year is full of stuff.
As much as I wish Disney would stop with the Marvel, not the Marvel, with the
Skywalkers. Just get us out of the Skywalkers, please.
Just get me away from Star Wars for a little bit, because you're just not doing well. It's just not. Mandalorian.
Everything non-Skywalker has been amazing. That's the problem. They keep going back to the Skywalkers, but that's for a whole nother video.
That's a whole nother video.
All right, go like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you guys hope is coming to happen. Your predictions, your takes on Spider-Man. I can't wait. As always, we shenan once, we will shenan again, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.
Goodbye.